Hi, good evening, good Wednesday, and welcome back. It's September the 7th. We're glad as always to have you being a part of the program. Weather-wise, another hot day in the neighborhood, and heat and humidity will be a part of the weather all the way through the end of the week and into your weekend, but a cold front will knock temperatures down into the upper 70s by Sunday. We've got some increased rain chances to pass along to you as well as a result of that front. We'll pass along headlines tonight in the form of a city water truck involved in a serious-looking auto accident earlier today. We'll speak with Democratic representative, state representative that is, John Short, about a bridge which has been opened to the public, as we spoke of a few days ago, and a deputy on scene of a horse shooting. Several animals shot dead, and we'll speak with him via the telephone and tell us about the investigation, which is still in its early stages, but they're hoping that someone might be able to shed some light on the case that they are vigorously investigating at this hour. And some other news and reports that I have rendering I hope to get on for headlines tonight. We will wait and see. First off, I do have an update and a reminder for those of you watching on the Foothills feed. We do have a change in the programming. That is, for those of you who have the digital set-top box, well, that means our Your News Today is being seen now on Channel 4 as they've changed their lineup. If you have just the cable that runs straight in from the wall into your TV, well, that means we're still on Channel 40. So I want to keep passing that along, as it will take a while, I would imagine, to get accustomed to. We are not getting accustomed to, but we are certainly hearing the numbers continue to rise. And in fact, the Kentucky Department of Public Health said that just over the holiday weekend, a 3-day span of the holiday weekend, says that there were 15 overdoses in the state of Kentucky and 12 fatalities. They haven't confirmed the exact number as to how many are related to heroin. It's believed that possibly all may very well be, but definitely the majority are. What we know at this hour is that the Kentucky Department of Public Health says that their preliminary data shows that 15 overdoses happened, 12 people died over the holiday weekend. Health officials say that their number is based on information that they have obtained from ERs, from hospitals, and that number may also increase per their investigation. They are still trying to determine if it was heroin indeed, but they do believe a form of heroin laced with another drug, fentanyl, or another drug, as we've been hearing about for so many days, that claimed 12 lives in Kentucky over the course of just 3 days. Well, we're still gathering more information, and it was reported out of Martin County yesterday that we didn't follow. However, we're learning today the sheriff's deputies in Martin County are being quoted as saying that a Magoffin County woman was the victim of an apparent crime after she may have literally escaped death after being rescued from the woods in Martin County, where she was left, according to her stories and testimony, or information given to authorities, that she'd been left there for days. She was found after screams finally reached someone in the residence. A sheriff's deputy from the Martin County Sheriff's Department, Michael Hausinger, reportedly says that the victim was a 22-year-old woman from Magoffin County. Her claim is that she had gone to an acquaintance's house in Johnson County and then left with an individual and had gone for a ride, and it was there that after that, however, that the male took her to a strip job area or a mountaintop in Martin County, raped her, and then left her. Reportedly, she finally was able to escape sometime during this sexual assault and was left in the woods to fend for herself, naked and without any provisions whatsoever against all elements and wildlife, until she was discovered on Monday evening. All we know is she was 22 years of age, said to be found completely naked when she was discovered. The Kentucky State Police is handling the investigation, and I'll try to have more for you possibly before we leave you tonight. A Sagersville Waterworks truck was involved in a serious accident earlier today. Fortunately, no life-threatening injuries, but it certainly is a wonder when you see the distance traveled and the condition of the vehicle involved. Magoffin County Sheriff's Deputy Jonathan Holbrook, who responded to the call, told me off camera a few moments ago that when he arrived, he found a Sagersville Waterworks truck overturned as you see here. He said the driver was out upon arrival of emergency personnel and stated that he'd come upon a slowed vehicle that had stopped for a flagman, and when he went to hit the brakes on his truck, they did not operate, and you can see where without sliding or skidding, it appears as though the truck just went off of the roadway, and he traveled for as far as he could until there was no earth below the truck, and that's when it went over this embankment portion of the Magoffin County or the Mountain Parkway expansion project and the ramp there at the Route 30 interchange. Nevertheless, he did suffer some injuries, non-life-threatening, and was taken by ambulance to an area hospital. He was identified as City Sagersville Waterworks employee Brandon Allen. He was the only worker or employee in the truck at the time. You can see where the vehicle came to a final rest after going over the embankment estimated to be some 10 or 12 feet. This was actually, I want to throw this in, this was actually one of 2 emergency calls that I'm aware of that happened in McGoffin County earlier today. Earlier this week, well, yesterday, you may have heard me refer to 2 bee stings that happened in McGoffin County that required EMS and ambulance personnel. A 3rd bee sting today resulted in an allergic reaction of a man, I believe, in the Tick Lick area off of Literal's Fork, who was stung by at least 1 bee in the head and required medical attention. Like the 2 other cases over the course of the holiday weekend, he too suffered serious complications and had to be taken by ambulance to a hospital for the severity of his reaction. The 3rd bee sting in just about as many days, resulting in an ambulance trip for someone to the hospital. For high-speed internet starting at 15 meg for all of your gaming, movie, home, and business solutions, or to watch TV, including your favorite local channels without a contract with hundreds of channels and digital and HD quality, and to stay connected 24/7 with friends and family, a direct line to 911, or to give your business the link it needs, choose telephone service you know is always there. Just click on their link on this site to find out how affordable the latest technology in communications can be. Foothills Communications. The following is a conversation I had just moments ago with a Johnson County Sheriff's deputy after he responded to complaints that he had found in regards to several animals shot dead and left that way in a very scenic spot of Johnson County, he says. A scenic spot like other ones in McGoffin and other counties that have been abandoned possibly from a mining operation, abandoned lands where horses have later been abandoned and left to roam after their horse or their owners could no longer care for them, or for some other reason, whatever reason, a location where the deputy himself says that he takes his own family to take in the natural beauty. The case was opened after Johnson County Sheriff's Deputy Terry Tussey picked up on a complaint on social media. He confirmed in this conversation earlier today that several animals were shot. One died literally while we're in the presence of someone who discovered them, and the investigation is ongoing, and they're hoping that once the information gets out about the brutality of the crime, the worst animal abuse case he says he's seen in his career, that someone will come forward with some information.
I actually got this plate this weekend on social media. I contacted the gentleman today. He left me a phone number. I came up here. He met me and took me where the horses were. As of right now, there are 3 dead horses. I see 8 alive horses. And what we're doing now is I'm waiting on Kentucky Humane Society to get here to rescue the horses.
Give me an indication as to kind of where the location you are, officer.
We're out here off Route 3, area known as Greasy. This area where we're at is a lot of family people come up here with their kids. They bring their ATVs up here, they ride, and they try to look at the horses. That's what they do up here. I do it with my family.
Have you got any information, any leads, or anything we can put out there as of this hour per your investigation?
No, we have 0 leads. If anybody has any information, please go to the Johnson County Sheriff's Office at 606-789-3411.
The people that found the horses, were they able to give you any type of a timeline as to when this may have happened or occurred?
I know the one horse that was killed. It was killed Monday because he was petting it as it was dying. He was just petting it. At this point right now, it's still open investigation. If I find out who did this, I will bring charges. I will make contact with the sheriff, the chief deputy, and a few other people, and find out what charges can be brought to this. If anything harder than just animal cruelty can be brought. This is the worst case I've seen in 14 years.
Officer Tussey believes that some of the horses that were killed or shot on Saturday. The one that had just died as of yesterday or today might have been shot at the same time and then left to die, but didn't die for some time later. Nevertheless, it happened off of Route 3, just a few miles from the federal prison. You can remain anonymous if you have any information, but they would certainly like to have that information, and you can call once again the Johnson County Sheriff's Department at 789-3411. Just a couple of announcements on tonight's community calendar. One that I have just not typed in. Pastor Lindsey Mead from the First Community Baptist Church on Route 40 says they're at it again. That's right, similar to an event they had several weeks ago that was very, very well received. They are sending out an invitation tonight to all musicians and all singers within an earshot of this program to join them for a gospel singing. Saying, come one, come all, and be a part. And of course, that invitation goes out to the public as well, hoping that you'll come and be a spectator and be in the house of the Lord with them for a wonderful gospel singing this Saturday at 7. That's your invitation for everyone to come and join them. Here are the rest of your McGoffin Farm Bureau community calendar announcements. Reminder, the next McGoffin County Community Blood Drive is set for tomorrow. That's right, 1 to 5 tomorrow afternoon in the parking lot of the Sagersville IGA. That's where you will not be able to miss the Kentucky Blood Center Blood Mobile. And besides getting a free T-shirt, you'll also get that wonderful feeling of knowing that you may have very well just helped save a life by donating blood tomorrow, 1 to 5 at the Sagersville IGA. And it's called Financial Peace University with Dave Ramsey, where they will help you learn more about handling money God's way. A 9-week program teaching you about how to budget, to get yourself completely out of debt, and how to invest. Classes begin this coming Monday at 7 o'clock at the New Bethel Assembly of God on Burning Fork in Sagersville. If you have any questions, or if you want to go ahead and register, which they recommend, contact Neil Arnott at 349-7843. You can also go to newbethelag.org to do so. And here's how you get birthdays and anniversaries, an announcement like you just heard on the program, for free. All you have to do is tell me. We'll tell everyone else about what you have going on. While the groundbreaking was done several months ago with great fanfare, after it was open to the public, not so much. But the state representative, who is very proud of the accomplishment, did get to take his first trip over the new Route 30 bridge just days ago, and he was very pleased with the improvement done to this stretch of roadway in McGoffin County.
You know yourself, it'd been nice if somebody else would have had it done so somebody didn't have to lose their life on the other bridge. And to me, for this area, especially fire departments and stuff, it's about a necessity, because there's too many wrecks that happen on the bridge, and thank God we finally got it done. It was right at $2.2 million. They turned me down for it once, so during a committee meeting, I asked the main engineer over the bridges and stuff like that if he could come up here and inspect the bridge for me, and he did, and thankfully we got it done. Don Cecil was here with me, former superintendent. He brought a former bus driver, and we just, as a team effort, and we got it, we get approved. There's a lot of coal trucks going across the day that we got it approved, and he said he was going to do something.
Short says he wasn't deterred at all when he was told that the bridge had already been inspected before he asked that it be inspected, only motivated to do whatever it took to get it replaced.
This was one of the first projects I tried to get approved. Like I say, they turned me down. It took a while before I could get them to come and inspect it, because the main engineer said it had already been inspected once. I told him, I said, apparently he didn't know what he was doing, so the main one coming, he approved it. I drove across it Thursday, and just as soon as I got across, I went ahead and turned around. I just wanted to see what it felt like to drive across, and it was wonderful, thinking that I'm the one that actually got this done for the people of this community. You know, that's like the Mountain Parkway. It's been promised for 35, 40 years. It's finally coming to fruition. You know, it's about time. I'm tired of being left out in eastern Kentucky. You know yourself, we've been left out all the time. They'll spend $2 billion on a bridge in Louisville, then they don't want to spend $2 million on a bridge in McGoffin County. So we've got to stand up, and eastern Kentucky's got to stand together and make sure we get stuff.
When an accident happens and it's not your fault, you have options. Fight the insurance company alone, pay the medical bills yourself, or get the money you deserve.
I'm attorney Jeff Lovely. For over 18 years, I've been representing people just like you who've been injured in an accident. Don't let an insurance company tell you what your case is worth. If you've been injured, call me. I can help you get the money you deserve.
Find attorney Jeff Lovely at 156 College Street in Sagersville, or reach his office at 349-4522. Like our 100% safe and secure mobile banking app at Salyersville National, we're always working to make your life a little easier. And our mobile deposit feature gives you more freedom and more time to do what you love the most. Just open the app, confirm the amount, and click. You're done. A safe, no-hassle way to manage your money from anywhere in the... Well, you get the drift. Now get the app at Salyersville National Bank. 349-3131. Your personalized prescription management just doubled at Parkway Pharmacy, now introducing their second pharmacist, Megan Salyer Castle, a Johnson County native with years of experience in inpatient and outpatient settings, a medication therapy management specialist who's also certified to administer vaccines. So call, come in, or drive through to save time, money, and to feel better with pharmacist Jesse Rudd and Megan Castle at Parkway Pharmacy in Salyersville. I've got two other headlines, at least one I'm still hopeful of getting on the program tonight. It's rendering at this time. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward on over to your Licking Valley RECC Outlook while I've got a minute. I'm not stalling, I'm just rearranging. That's what we'll call it. We'll also call it still right around 90 degrees at this hour, at the 6 o'clock hour, shortly thereafter, here at the newsroom. We should see 68 tonight. Mostly clear, a light southwest wind to speak of, and that's just about it. It will start to feel a bit better. Tomorrow, though, we'll rebound, and it's still going to be sunny and hot and near 90 on your Thursday, and dry for the most part. You will notice that with that cold front, that's finally going to make its way into the area. Not that I'm excited about the rain, but the cool air is going to be nice as it makes a return. We do have a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Right now, the window for that is not until after midnight tomorrow night. So don't expect anything but sunny and hot and dry, 89 and 70, and still a bit muggy for your Thursday. Yes, it's Thursday already. Remember, we lost one day this week for hopefully a little rest and relaxation. No complaints there either. As for Friday, that threat of showers continues to the tune of about 40% early, and the clouds are going to be much more predominant than the sun. So we're going to call it 87 right now, mostly cloudy, a 40% chance of showers, thunderstorms. That will wane to about 20% by Friday night, alongside a low of right around 68 degrees. So still in the mid to upper 80s on your Friday, but temperatures starting to inch back down into the direction that we so enjoyed just days ago. I do think that the upper 80s will stand pat and stay good until Saturday, where we still see a chance of some showers and storms on your Saturday. I think mostly sunny skies early, still upper 80s, 87, maybe even 88 degrees. Now that 20% chance of showers after 1 o'clock on your Saturday will increase to about a 40% chance by Saturday night. And that should be the end of the least chance of showers and maybe some storms as a result of this front. And the aftermath is welcome. Check out Sunday's daytime high, 78 and 57. Pretty significant change. And you'll notice dry, mostly sunny, mostly clear across the board, mostly beautiful, and more of that same beautiful weather for the start of next week. Monday, low 80s, 63, 83 for your high, 60 for your low, sunny and mostly clear. After that, it's a little far out, but we'll say right now Tuesday, sunny and 85, and the low 80s will still stick around into midweek next week as well. That's with about an 83 daytime high expected on your next Wednesday. And hey, you know, we're getting closer. We're counting down to fall, getting a day closer every day. Well, it looks as though our other headline about a special event and another headline I actually already have in the midst that we worked on and began over the course of the weekend will not be ready as I am running out of time. So with that said, I'll wrap up your forecast with, as always, much more to come. Other interviews, I've got an interview about a free, wonderful, and even educational event and fun above all those other aspects that's going to be held this weekend under some beautiful weather. I'll tell you about that tomorrow as we're running out of time, and a host of other exclusive news that you're only going to see here. So please enjoy the rest of your Wednesday evening, and we hope to see you back here tomorrow night.